Welcome, one and all. Today is a momentous occasion. It's November 10th, 2016, and this is our 100th Mastermind call. I feel like we should give away a prize here, like the millionth shopper or something, but I guess the prize will be a lot of great information everybody's going to share today. We already have 3 people in the queue, and I think that's great. We really appreciate it. We're expecting that we probably have a lot of new folks from the 2 conferences that we just attended, the Florida NAR and then the National NAR. We were all there last week. We met a lot of great new folks. We invited many of you, a couple dozen of you joined our service, and we invited a lot of other people to be on the call. So just so you know the way these calls work, if you would like to participate, hit *6 and then hit 1. We will unmute you one at a time. This is really an open forum. This isn't to listen to my partners and I talk. You get enough chance to do that on the recordings on the websites and one-on-one. But any issues you're having, we love success stories. We also welcome issues, places you're getting stuck. We've got a ton of new customers in the last couple of weeks. And we also got a ton of noise in the background there.
I think Chad just fell over his dog.
I think
I'm not sure what.
I'm not sure what that was. Don't make me mute out my partners. Come on, guys. But the scope of this call, it's an open forum, and it's all about you. We have a little bit of housekeeping, and then we'll turn it over to you. We also do another call. The first Wednesday of every month, we have a role play call. And the scope of that call is come on with specific places you're getting stuck. I know we talk about call reluctance on that, places that people are, probate quicksand, places people are getting stuck, and, responses they're getting that they don't know how to respond to. That's pretty much the purpose of that call. I'll start out today, guys. Again, welcome all the new agents. I really wanted to comment. It's interesting how we tend to see trends, come all at once. I guess that's what makes it a trend. But we've had a tremendous number of our existing subscribers, like I would say 15 or 20 in the last week, that have added additional counties. And we love that because it tells us that you're doing well. Obviously you're successful with it. We want you to know we really appreciate, you being with us kind of from the beginning or early in this process. So if you're thinking of adding another county, we'll always give you first priority over someone, brand new. And we'll always try to give you the best possible price. If you're doing multiple counties, call me first and let's talk about it. And I'll look at, especially if the counties are contiguous to each other, a lot of times we can give you a break on your second and third counties. And I just wanted to share real quick, we've got 4 people in the queue. We had just a tremendous story that I loved from a lady in the South who could not be on the call today, but been with us now for 11 months. Her first 2 months, it took her a while to get going. She really didn't do anything. And she shared with me she's getting 120 leads a month. She's consistently getting raw leads 120. She's consistently narrowing that down to 20 or 30 good leads that she works with. And for the last 9 months, she's gotten 2 or 3 listings every single month. And Chad, I think you should do an interview with her. One thing she shared with me, she's doing the letters, she's doing the calls, but she's also expanded some of the contractor services. She has a specific auction company antique company that'll come in and buy the antiques before the auction company comes in. She has different contractors for major renovations and minor renovations. And I just asked her, how are you so consistent? And she attributes it to the fact that she really has a pretty broad spectrum of specialized, services and people that can help these people. So she really is a turnkey solution for these people at a difficult time. And she basically just took our 5 recommendations, but she got several people within each category. And I'm going to ask her to come on a future call and share that with you. But I did want to start off by telling you we appreciate your business. We specifically very much appreciate you all that want to add another county. So please call me directly if you think that's something that you want to do. Tim, anything you want to share with the group before we get to the queue?
Yeah, I'll just do this really quickly. I think we mentioned last week that we're getting ready to roll the new website out, which will include the new back-end CRM mini CRM for managing and monitoring and working leads. That is in process. We will, in fact, be sending an email out to give you some more information on that. We're doing some beta testing on it now. If you would like to join us in a few days' worth of beta testing, we could probably use some help, and we'd be glad to hear from you. So if you just drop an email to support@alltheleads.com and say, I'm willing to be a victim, I'll beta test, we'll try and get back to you, and we'll pick a few of you and get that out. But we're going to send you 3 different emails, one kind of just letting you know what to expect. The second one will be a short one with a link to a video which shows you what you'll need to do. There will be some changes, and you will have to reestablish your login and password because we've done some different things with it, and it'll force you to do that. But it's all online, so it'll be very simple for you. We're kind of doing this to make sure that it works well, and so we're also kind of dragging our feet just a little bit. We've got some folks on vacation. We want to make sure that we're here to support you when it's time to do that. So that's kind of where we're at with that. You can look for an email tomorrow about the first steps in this, and please drop us an email to support, and we'll go from there. That's all I have.
Excellent. And Chad, I know you have a brief announcement about a contest winner.
Yeah, so we before we met last week in Florida, guys, I sent out a survey. So for all of you that responded to that, thank you so much. And what we offered for the survey respondents, we did a drawing for $100 off your next month's leads. And Lynette Action Jackson out of Washington won that. So Lynette, if you're on the call, congratulations, you won the $100 credit. And if not, you'll find out in your email soon. So we'll make sure that comes off your next month of billing.
All right, great. Tom, anything you want to share from a customer service perspective? I think I may have. All right, I guess Tom.
Maybe Tom tripped over his dog.
Yeah, that was maybe him falling over in the background. All right, well, I am thrilled that we have 5 people in the queue. That should keep us busy for the next 20 minutes. So let's go right to the people that would like to participate. Phone number ending in 1236. You're up.
Hey, it's Chris from Palm Beach County. How you doing?
Hey, welcome, Chris. Great.
Quick question. I have in front of me my list. Okay, just I sorted through most of it, but I still have a lot of leads here, and I got 4 columns of phone numbers: PR phone 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm just setting up for a ringless voicemail, right? Slide dial, whatever. Now, do you just go ahead and send the same message to all 4 phone numbers in it, just a big list? Is that how you did it, or did you kind of change them up for each phone number 1, 2, 3, and 4?
Well, obviously, if you're making the live calls, you want to call the first. The first one is the number that we believe is the most accurate. It's more likely to be their cell phone. It's the most recent. It's the one you're most likely to reach them at. If you're using a ringless voicemail, I'd recommend just send it to all of them, because you're only going to get charged for their actual cell phone voicemail. If it goes to a home answering machine, or so I would recommend sending it and put on their cell phone only, and that way it'll take all the numbers, attempt to send it to all of them, and it'll find the correct one to deliver it to, and that's the only one that you'll be charged for.
Okay.
Make
sense?
That
sounds good. Yeah, sure. And I just did my first mailing a couple days ago, actually on Saturday, I believe it went out. So this is the follow-up to that. So hopefully we get some good response.
Excellent. Perfect. Thank you. Any other questions?
No, I think that's it. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you for participating, and come on and share your success when you start to get some listings, please.
Oh, definitely. Okay.
All right. Thank you. All right. Next up is phone number ending in 9052. You're up.
Good morning, Dave Baker, Spokane, Washington, new subscriber.
Hey, Dave.
I've only got a couple of minutes this morning. I've got another appointment I got to go to, but number one, I wanted to let you know I'm listening and paying attention. Number two, I'm waiting to get set up for my letterhead and everything before I get the first set of letters. So I'm thinking maybe we should defer my letters from November till December until I get set up.
Send an email to support@alltheleads and just be real, and that goes for anybody. If you need any help, I've got 3 partners. We've got 4 or 5 employees. That everybody reads that, and probably Mark will call you back on that, David, and yeah, just tell him what you want to do.
Well, let me ask a quick question before he does that. So you said you're waiting on your letterhead and all of that. Is that something you're waiting on with us, or are you waiting on something locally for that, or what?
No,
Dave?
I'm waiting with you. I'm a financial planner primarily, as opposed to a traditional listing realtor. And so I ask for a sample of your financial planning type letter to be able to put it together. I understand you've got that from another subscriber or two, and I thought that would be smart to put that together before we did a mail out.
Okay, I want to flip that to Chad, but the thing that I want to point out to you is I don't want you to wait if you don't have to. So I think and Chad's on the phone as well, and he said he'd like to ask you about that as well. But anything we can do to get you expedited, we don't want you to delay. We want you to get moving, and so we'll help you do what we need to do on our end to get that done. Go ahead, Chad.
Hey, Dave, it's Chad. I'm back in the office. I was, traveling last week, and I did have you on the calendar for later today. I saw your email this morning. Let's you and I work together off the call, and I'll kind of brief you on what we've done with other financial advisors. And what's just real quick is 2:00 a good time? 2:00 Eastern, right after this call.
I'm locked up today, Chad, and tomorrow I've scheduled off because of Veterans Day. How about Monday?
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
That work?
I'll send you an email and we'll get a time. Yeah.
All right, look forward to it. Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you, David. Boy, this is great. We got a steady supply of people participating. We really appreciate it. Phone number ending in 2817. You're up.
Hi, my name is Annette Foxworth, and I'm in Birmingham, Alabama.
Welcome.
And I was asking, is there a local group in my area? Do you have meetings with agents in the area? Have you considered doing that, or is there any the main tip, one task to get started with this type of business?
Are you a subscriber now, or you just you found your way to the call?
I actually was at the NAR meeting, so.
Oh, okay, great.
Right. So should I sign up? Do I have to? I thought I did, but I can't remember.
What's your last name?
Foxworth, Foxworth.
I don't believe you have, Annette. Tim will check real quick, but when this call's over, give me a call, please, and I'll take care of getting you started. 954-584-0000, extension 203. And that reminds me, we actually have a new phone number that we're going to start using when the website comes out. So, but for now, yeah, just call me at that number. We'll get you set up. And as far as kind of masterminding with the rest of the group, Chad, would you tell her how to get into our Facebook group? That would probably be a good place to start.
Yeah, sure. So if you go to Facebook and just type in All the Leads Mastermind, and mastermind is one word, and request access to the group. That's kind of our private group where there's over 700 of us now. We kind of share what's working, what challenges we're having, any brochures or letters or things. You can share files. So just request access there, and I will make sure that you get into the group. And
okay, thank you so much.
It's also where we archive these calls. And then as far as getting started, what you'll find is once Jim gets you set up, our kind of initial training is called fast track training. So you want to focus on watching. It's about an hour of training that really helps you kind of see the potential of this niche and beat the learning curve and get set up as quickly as possible. And when we roll the new website over, that's going to change a little, and for the better, it's going to be improved. It's from 5 steps kind of down to 3 steps. So if you do start today, you might want to go through fast track again next week when you see the new site roll over. Just go through both of those. But that's really designed to help you get, between the time you order your leads and the first set arrives, the fast track is designed to help you. I mean, you'll be in front of 99% of real estate agents in the country for sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Excellent. Anything else in that?
No, that was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Please call me as soon as this call's over. I know I won't be on the phone for sure when I hang up. So give me a call and we'll talk. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right, we have two more people. We may actually have time for a couple more guys, so don't be shy. *6 and then hit 1. Phone number ending in 3788. You're up.
Hi, I'm Karen Arbutine from Orlando, Florida.
Hi, Karen.
And I called in last week, and it was real helpful. I have a question about my letter. I did the personalized letter to go out that you're mailing.
Right.
And I went on an appointment yesterday, and the lady hired me. And I said, well, how many letters did you get? I just wanted to see what kind of feedback. And, she said she got 12, which I was kind of amazed. So how my letter that I changed up quite a bit stood out between 12. She's only called one person. Do you think it would be helpful if I have somewhat of an attractive picture and I have my dog with me to mail you business cards to go in the letter if it's something that makes me stand out from everybody else? People like animals and
yeah, Chad, I'd like for you to answer that, but first of all, congratulations. That was your first appointment and you got the listing? So you're batting.
Oh no, I've gotten several. This is just one I went on yesterday. I've gotten several appointments. But
great.
I
Good
want
job.
them, if they have 12 letters, why should they call me? Even though I tweaked my letter and changed it and, made it more heartfelt. I thought the picture with me and the dog is a lot more appealing. If I could put a business card in there or mail it to you, have you put them in or?
Here's what I would say. I mean, direct mail is you never know what's going to work. And when you find what's working, don't change anything until it stops working. So it sounds like what you're doing is working really, really well for you. My advice would be, unless you see a drop off in response, just let it be. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on direct mail, and if you find a letter that's working as well as yours, I would say just be happy that it's working, and you may do a test if you want to take half your list and drop business cards in at some point, or put your picture on the letter and maybe do an A/B test and see if you get more calls from the one with the picture. But if you're getting that good of a response, I would probably just let it be.
Okay.
Excellent.
And then I have one other question.
Sure.
Okay, so I printed out my list, and I haven't really had the guts to call anybody yet. I do the voiceless call. But there's a few in my farm I was thinking about calling, and I double-checked the names, and they definitely own the house. Do you think a handwritten note and then a personal call, like a handwritten note on top of your note if it's in my farm where the people already know me and I know they own the home? Well, I guess they wouldn't remember me.
Yeah,
so
Chad, do you have an opinion?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, do you have an opinion, Chad?
I mean, if it's in your farm and you're comfortable with that neighborhood, we've had folks that have been really successful with door knocking before. So we had some folks even in the San Francisco market that were really successful visiting the actual personal representative's address and introducing themselves and kind of explaining what they do. So if it's that local to you and you feel comfortable with that, I would recommend trying it.
And I know we've tried to coach you a bit. Agents always ask me what's the conversion rate, and I mean nationwide it's 6%, but we've got an agent that did 20 deals last year, never picked up the phone, and then we've got agents in very competitive markets. We've got one right now that took 3 listings in a week, and he said everybody he spoke to said I got 50 letters, but you were the only one calling me. And I think it's great that your letter's working, and I would say keep doing it. But if we could convince you to also pick up the phone, I think you'd get even better results. So, but if it's in your farm, yeah, I agree. There's nothing wrong with go knock on the door if you know they're local and they're there, and say, hey, did you get my letter? Just wondering when do you think you'll be ready to sell the property. Just kind of be a little bit bold, and you'll get better results. But don't change anything you're doing. Just maybe do a little bit more.
Okay, good.
All right, great question. Thank you.
It's working real good. I'm going to definitely keep. I added another county last month, so yeah. I'm excited, and I'm doing the minimum, and I'm still excited because I'm getting a lot of results.
Boy, that is great. We love to hear it. Thank you so much for participating. All right, we have 2 more people in the queue. Phone number ending in 88. I'm in 800. You're up.
Hey guys, new subscriber. I've been about 2 months in, and this is my 3rd month. But I noticed this month I didn't get any leads. What's up with that?
Nobody died in your market this month.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I'm absolutely kidding. You either, one of two things. You either did get the lead and they went to your spam, or there is an issue. But when do they normally come in your month? In your market?
The 30th. But I looked at the I looked on the download list and it's not there.
Yeah, but please, if that happens, let us know sooner next time. Please send an email right away to support@alltheleads.com.
I did this morning.
Oh, you did? Okay. And Tom, in that case, Tom's already working on it to see what's going on. I would say 80 to 90% of the time we have the leads. For some reason, they just didn't make their way to you, and we'll get them right to you, either on our end or yours. Usually it has something to do with spam, or maybe they got rejected by your server. But we'll find out. And if you send an email, Tom's working on it already. He'll get right back to you. What's your last name?
Woodson, Woodson.
Okay, we're on it. We'll if he's not already on it, I'll make sure Tom finds out. We'll get him to you right away.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. One more person in the queue, and we actually have time for a couple more guys. Great participation this week. Phone number ending in 5167. You're up. Hello. Phone number ending in 5167. You still there?
I'm sorry, I have myself muted. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was wondering, has anyone tried converting the letter to postcard?
Tim, I think you do have some clients that are using postcards, correct?
Yeah, we've definitely done postcards, and we've had people send those out. I'm on the line there. Oh, I think that's it. Yeah, we definitely can do postcards if that's what you're interested in. Just send something in to support and say, I want to try it as a postcard. But I guess my question would be, is there a reason that you want to do that as opposed to the letter?
I'm just thinking that if I take the letter and just convert it to a postcard, same wording and everything, they'll see it quicker versus having to open an envelope.
Well, a couple of things I would tell you about that. We focus a lot of time and energy on making sure that we get great open rates, and there's a tremendous amount of information on those letters. Putting that on a postcard is going to make that a little bit of an eye chart to read, because if you're using any of our basic letters, they're 4 or 5 paragraphs of information. That's a lot to throw into a postcard. It's up to you. Most times if people are doing a postcard, they do something a little bit different than what they would put into a letter. It's really kind of bullet points and things like that. And we have such things, and we'll be happy to share that with you. But I wouldn't think you'd want to try to size the content of a letter down to fit into a postcard, because it's a lot of data.
Okay. All right. I was just wondering.
All right,
yeah, and like I said, we certainly think sending postcards and maybe doing a mix, maybe do a letter the first month, throw a postcard in the second month is fine, and the postcard can go back to the letter and highlight in bullet points what you put into the letter. Try that for the second month, and kind of our series approach is to do 3 contacts over 90 days, and you're certainly welcome to give that a try, and I'd be interested to see how that came out for you if you did.
Okay, I'll try that. Appreciate it.
All righty.
Excellent. We have one more person, and we do have room for a couple more guys. Star 6 and hit 1 if anybody else would like to participate. Phone number ending in 1236. You're up.
Hey, it's Chris Cole with in Palm Beach County, Florida. Again.
Hey, Chris. Welcome.
I was wondering if the lady who before was getting good response with that letter, if she'd be willing to share a copy of that letter or what it says, because I kind of tweaked mine as well, and they're the jury's still out as to whether it's going to be effective or not, but I sure would love to see what other people, because she said she's going with a heartfelt kind of approach, and sometimes I'm not the best at creating heartfelt approaches, you know what I mean? So.
Sure. Chad, we've had other people share stuff. Where have they shared it? On Facebook?
Yeah, so Karen, if you are willing to do so for everybody, the best way to get that circulated for everybody is if you just create a post in All the Leads Mastermind, and you can click on more and click add file. And what that will do, guys, for everybody else, when you go to the Facebook group, in the top menu to the far right, you'll see files, and that's where you can see stuff that people have shared.
And Karen, if you'd rather just share it with this gentleman, then send it to me. And both of you guys email me, jim@alltheleads.com. Karen, if you just want to share it privately, email it to me, and you too, so just email it to me and Chris, and I'll share it with you. Most of our agents are pretty open with that kind of stuff, but I can see where she may not want to have somebody else in her same market using the same letter. So she may want to, if she wants to share it on a limited basis, I'll ask her to send it to me, and if she's willing, we'll share it with you, Chris.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
All right, great. We have one more person, and Darren, I get to speak to you twice in the same day. You're up.
Hi, Jim. This is Darren
Hi.
Pendergraft from Hernando County, Florida. And
Yes,
my question is there, we spoke earlier about a gentleman who had good success with the phone calls, calling right out of the list. And my question was, did he just start at the top of the list and go on down, or was there something that made him pick specific people off of that list for different reasons to make those phone calls to?
Chad, do you know, he's referencing Seth. I'm really proud of him because he's our fourth subscriber in that county, and very honestly, the other three didn't want to pick up the phone, and this is the county where they get 50 letters, and he was the only one that called them. Have you spoken to him, Chad? Do you know? I'm assuming he probably started at the top of the list and went down. Do you know?
Yeah, he did. I mean, and that was, I think, the key for Seth and for everybody that surprises himself with success on the phones is just getting your own mindset right, having that provide value first mindset. Don't worry about, don't worry about knowing all the specifics. Pick up the phone, ask good questions, and see what their goals are and what they
Absolutely.
own and how you can provide value. And that's really, Seth and I talked about that before he got on the phones. And I said, just it's your job to ask good questions and be the solution to their problems. And that was kind of the approach he took, and he's listed, already $3 million worth of real estate, and he has 20 more hot leads kind of in follow-up. And so that was, I think, the key to him hitting the phones in a super, super competitive market where we've had everybody else tell us it didn't work.
Well, that's what I'm going to hit on first.
All right.
Please call back when you're successful and share your stories with us, please. When if you do get when you do get when you do get some listings, okay?
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. We have one of our new subscribers that's in the queue. I recognize the name. You are up, sir. Zach, you're up.
How are you today?
Great, Zach. Thank you for participating.
So we, as you know, we just signed up this past week. Is there a tutorial or a webinar that can get us everything we need to know so we can hit the ground running?
As a matter of fact, there is. Chad?
When you log in, look at the top right and go to subscriber resources.
Okay.
When you go to the website, alltheleads.com, top right, subscriber resources, and you want to go through the fast track videos. On the current website, there's a series of 5 videos and then some other supplementary videos. Definitely go through those. And then whenever you see the emails launching, the new website, when it rolls over, you'll see the ones that I showed you when we were in Orlando. Remember the new site that we looked at?
Right. Okay.
So you may want to go through both of those, the current version and the new version that's just about to come out.
Great. Thanks so much.
Yeah, Zach, I have to compliment Chad. I tell agents by the time you watch those videos, it's really going to answer 98% of your questions, and it's really Chad designed them in bite-sized segments because we know how busy realtors are and how short all of our attention spans can be. So, you can watch them in 10, 15-minute segments and get them all done in an hour. And if you really want to drill down to some of the forms and you could spend several hours, but you're going to really get all the content you need to get started with this in less than an hour.
And how long before the first set of leads arrive?
Typically, it's about 2 weeks. It could be give or take a few days. Sometimes they come in a little bit sooner. we've already put your order in. Once we get the leads in, we do quality control. We add phone numbers, and then we look at it again, and then we send it to you. So, and again, if you want an ETA on your leads, send an email to support@alltheleads.com, and Tom will look at where it's at, and he may be able to give you a better idea when to expect them.
Great. Thanks so much.
All right. Excellent. Perfect timing, guys, and we are at exactly 30 minutes. So great call. I always end these calls by challenging y'all, and I also want to add an additional challenge. We're getting ready to go into the holidays. This is when 80% of your competition decides to take a 2-month vacation. Never been a better time to start with something new and maybe rededicate yourself to really working these leads during the weekend. You know, we always say there's a good chance you're going to be the only agent talking to them about probate. There's an even better chance during the holidays. So really want to challenge y'all to really, really finish the year strong and get some listings under your belt if you don't have any already, and just make 2017 a great source of business for you. And I want to just close like I always do by, you know, thanking you for being here. You took 30 minutes out of your busy schedule to be here, and take one idea, take one thought, one thing that inspired you from this call, and go out and put it into action and put it into practice, and please come back next week and share with the group. Thank you so much, guys. Make it a great week, and we will talk to you next Thursday.